That exhaustion that sleep does not fix, it is not just tiredness. That tension that you've been carrying in your shoulders, in your head, in your neck, in your jaw, the one that's not going away, it is not just random pain. It is your body trying to communicate something to you. The question is, are you listening to it? Are you listening to your body? So today I had to pull out the massage scrubs. What I'm wearing is very intentional. So if you don't know, I have been a massage therapist for close to 20 years. And I have been privileged to touch thousands of bodies probably by now to help people deal with tension, to deal with stress, to deal with pain, and to see healing in that aspect. I've been privileged to have people walk in feeling so stressed, feeling so much pain, to have certain types of injuries, and to be able to assist them with that. So when they leave, they feel so refreshed. I've also been privileged to help teach these clients about their bodies, how the muscles hold tension, how it stores stress, and encourage them to drink their water, encourage them to do their stretching, encourage them to stay as stress free as possible as we can in this real world. I've been privileged to do that for a very long time. And today I'm going to be talking about your physical body and what it has been carrying. Hi, welcome back to Grace for the Journey. I'm your host, Sharanda, and today I'm going to be combining all of my professional knowledge about the body and about different types of healing. And the goal is to help you to see your body as a whole, to help you to see your healing as a whole. We can no longer separate emotional and physical and spiritual, and it all ties in together. It's all holistic, and that is the goal of today. So, if you are new here, you probably want to catch the last few episodes because this is going to be part 4 of my story. But, quick recap, I had gone in for a massage and I did not realize all the things that I was carrying, and I had been dealing with some ongoing tooth pain for such a long time. It had also been a long time since I had had a massage. And during this massage, it was all good. It felt amazing. The therapist was so good. By the end of the day, my pain level was like a 15 out of 10, and it was on the side of my face. And I knew about different type of releases. I've had people, I'm giving them a massage and all of a sudden they end up crying and they have no idea why they're crying. So I know all about, somatic healing and emotional releases and all of these things that can happen as you release tension within someone's body. And I've also experienced it, but to this level, I had never experienced it to this level. So what had taken place is because I already had an underlying issue with my tooth, the jaw and the face and the neck is also places where a lot of tension is known to be held. And I'm sure you guys have heard that before. I had asked the massage therapist, can you work a little bit on my neck? Can you work a little bit on my head? And she did it so gently. It was so gentle. It was not even deep pressure. But there was something underlying in there that was triggered when everything was all released. Now, when I speak to people of faith, this platform is for anybody. Once you can relate, you're welcome here. If you want to be here, you're welcome here. But it is grounded on faith. And I want to speak to people of faith for a minute. We know to pray, we know to believe for our healing, we know to do all these spiritual things. But I want to encourage you to not neglect your body, to not be so over spiritualized that we neglect the vessel that God has given us to live in, because we're just standing on faith and we're holding on, and we neglect the shell, we neglect the body, we neglect this wonderful thing that God has created because of our faith, or because we think it's because of our faith. Your body is not separate from your healing. It is a part of it. Now, there's a concept, if you haven't heard it before, it is called the body keeps score. And that's also the name of a well-known book by Dr. Bessel van der Kolk. And the whole idea behind it is that trauma, stress, it just doesn't live in your mind. It lives in your body, in your muscles, in your tissues, within your nervous systems. And there's so much research that has been done. Please go and dig, like, information is out there. This has been proven time and time and time again. When we go through the loss of a job, the loss of a loved one, when we go through any type of trauma, the body holds on to it. The body absorbs it, especially especially if we don't get to process it, especially if what happened was bigger and longer than our fight and flight mode is able to handle. So our body is made to take on stress. We need stress to survive. We actually need stress, but it is meant to do it for a short period of time. That adrenaline and that cortisol is just meant to go there for boom, a short period of time, and then that's it. But when it has no place to go, it gets stores. It goes into different places. And a lot of women nowadays are experiencing that issue where they're working out, they're eating right, they're doing all these things, but they're not able to lose weight, for example, because of this cortisol. There's so much cortisol that's just built up, and that is the issue that has to be dealt with first. And sometimes I feel like, God, like seriously, do I really have to be experiencing all these things? Can you just tell me what to say? Can you just tell me how to help people and I'll do it? But there is something to say about some level of experience, right? So the jaw is one of the primary places that tension and grief and trauma is stored. Think about it. People clench down. Some people even clench when they're sleeping. I just want you to think for a minute. When you've ever gotten bad news, what happened immediately? Or like in the next 5 minutes, like really bad news. For myself, the tightness that I would get in the neck, the shoulders, the head, the immediate headache. When I experienced some really tragic news, my digestive system just went haywire. The body is connected. The body is all connected. The way God has made this wonderful body is just amazing. And so I want us to be able to look at it holistically. It's not just all these different systems operating separately. You know, the circulatory system needs the respiratory system and vice versa. It was created to work together. And it's the same way when we talk about um, spiritual, emotional, physical well-being. It all works together. So back to the jaw. So the jaw is one of those places that it holds so much stress and so much tension. And many people have not even had, when they go for massage, I don't know if anybody has even had like intraoral work. That's what they call it, when they release all the muscles from the face and the jaw, but from the inside. That's the next level. Go and see a massage therapist and ask them if they do jaw work and intraoral work. It's next level release from stress. When you're angry, what do? You clench your teeth. When you're nervous, you clench your teeth. When you're anxious, you clench your teeth. When you're sleeping and there's issues that you haven't processed it properly, but your nervous system is still activating. You clench when you sleep. For years, my jaw had been holding tension. It had been holding so much. All those things I had gone through, all of it. And I got massages, I do all the things, but for the level of stress my body was under, the care did not match it. The therapy did not match it. The emotional healing did not match it. I've got massages over the years, but this one was a quiet, very, very quiet massage, very intentional massage. And the nervous system was able to like do what it needed to do. I wasn't confusing it with talking and laughing. And that's one of the things when you really go for deep work, sometimes it's best to just work on your deep breathing and just allow the work to be done and not just the physical work from the massage. And so this is one of the massages where I allowed that to be done. And when everything was released, there was already inflammation and issues happening with that tooth, and it all just went there. The massage was not the problem, but as it released all the things that I was dealing with, it aggravated another issue that I was dealing with. That exhaustion that sleep does not fix, it is not just tiredness. There's something going on in there. So now, all this information that I've given you, what do you do with it? What are the next steps? First of all, take care of the physical body. Take care of your body. Go get some work done. Whether that's a massage therapy, whether it's more of a gentle type of work like lymphatic drainage, whatever it is, do your research, see what's out there, get some recommendations from a massage therapist of what type of body work will be best for you, or any other type of therapist that deals with the holistic body, and get some work done physically. Get some work done physically. Next thing, pay attention to where you carry tension. Pay attention to when certain areas of your body start to hurt and how it feels. Pay attention to that. That is not random, that is information. So if you know that every time you hear some bad news, every time you hear a siren go off, every time you watch a certain type of movie, your jaw clenches, your neck gets tight, your shoulders go up, that is information. So you can first of all be aware, be like, hey, you need to do some deep breathing here, you need to calm down. I need to go and see somebody, or I'm allowing the situation to stress me out. Is this something that is worth stressing me out? Or is there deeper trauma going on? Oh, maybe I'm thinking this is surface level, but this is actually much deeper. Pay attention to what happens to your body and when. That is very important information. Thirdly, consider working with a somatic therapy. Now, just be very, very careful with this. I will say it like this. There's a certain type of person, a certain type of therapist for every person. It is very vulnerable to allow people into that space. So based on your level of understanding of what is going on with the body, based on your faith, just be very careful of who you allow to deal with this type of work. In the same way, you're careful with who you allow to give you advice and who you allow to be your mentor, who you allow to be your therapist. Just also be careful with this type of somatic work, because now we're merging the nervous system, some emotional things, as well as your physical body. So I will just leave it like that. Just know that there's a type of person that does exist for everybody. And lastly, stop separating your physical wellness from your emotional healing. People will go to the gym, they will eat right, they will do all the things, but they will not deal with the emotional trauma that they're walking around carrying daily. Stop separating. We are meant to be whole. Life is not going to be perfect. Life is still going to life. Things are still going to happen, but we are meant to be whole. We're not meant to walk around in pain. In the same way, no one's meant to break their foot and not expect it to heal. We're not meant to walk around with baggage and just all these things just stored in different places of our body. We're not meant to walk around with that pain. Yes, pain happens, but the body is meant to heal pain. But it takes you going in and doing the active work to get it done. And if we look at the faith aspect of this, Jesus not only healed the sick, he also helped heal the brokenhearted. He didn't just heal the lame man, he healed those that were hurting in their hearts, that had experienced things. He healed those that were mentally ill. So let's not over spiritualize this thing. Go and see the doctor, but also deal with your emotional healing. Don't be afraid to deal with your trauma. Let's do whole healing. Let's do holistic this lap. You can believe and still go to the doctor. You can have faith and still get a massage. You can be spiritual and still address your grief. Your body has been faithful to you. It has been carrying what you haven't sat and processed. It is time that you give it attention. If you fall in that category where your body has been telling you something, I want you to listen today. Please pick up my free grief guide that is going to be linked below. It is a first step in a healing process that honors all of you, your spirit, your mind, and yes, your body. Share this video with somebody that needs to hear it, and subscribe so you catch part 5 of this journey with me. And it's going to be a good one. We're talking about what waiting is actually costing you, and it's costing you more than you think. Remember, you are graced for your journey.